Alright guys, check it out. This was a surprise. It was definitely a surprise. I went to go open the box, my brother comes in and said, "Hey, this is Knuckles on you." And I was like, you know, I have like 3 big orders and I have 4. Most of them haven't been shipped. Who is this? So I'm opening the box and I'm like, what is this? And lo and behold, it's the ESHOOTER stuff. I didn't ask my friend if I could say his name, so I'm not going to say his name. But anyways, I was talking to my friend about tracers, and I was looking at companies and researching, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that mentioned to me. I was like, "Oh, these guys look cool. Let me check them out." So I was checking them out, and it's like, okay, you know what, cool. I'm going to reach out to these guys down the road. But apparently, he went ahead and he just, he did all the information, and I must have forgot about it. Because I trust him, and he's a really cool guy. So lo and behold, we have a box here, so we got some stuff to check out, and it actually works out because I had just finished the Terminate. So I've been on a journey, guys, to educate myself in traces because I have a lot of speed people that talk to me, and they're always picking, they're trying to pick my brain for the high kappa stuff. It's only fair that I become at least somewhat knowledgeable in tracers. Okay, I'm not gonna claim to be an expert by any means, but I want to have at least a better understanding of tracers and the companies and the competition. So we have another entry to the market. We have Terminate, we have ESHOOTER, we have AceTech. I need to get updated on AceTech. Okay, there's a fourth one that people would ask for, but I gotta be honest, guys. Their tracers are so expensive. It's just, to me, it's like a little ridiculous. Last one I saw from them was like $200, and it's got 3D printed parts in there. I know that's gonna, some people are gonna be, okay, guys, look, depending on the part, I would have to go figure out what it is. But there's certain 3D print stuff, guys, that don't handle well in temperature, direct sunlight. All right, and I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the day, I want to touch aluminum. I want to touch, injection molded plastic. I know that stuff works. It's been working for many years. 3D printing's come a long way. Trust me, guys. I know you're talking to a guy that is probably one of the very few people to do high kappas early on. All right, let's get started. I already have the app pulled up. So you go to the Google Play Store and you just type in ESHOOTER. Let's install it. Okay. See how that works. And these two, I was very interested in see how this works. So apparently they're training targets you can shoot in, and they react and everything. We're just going to see how everything works. And this is very interesting. So this is going to be the first impression. I don't know if it's charged or how it works or anything. We have to pull up the website. Okay. And then hopefully, as you guys all know right now, I do have my my dad with his wife here. That we're housing them for about 4 weeks, so it's gonna be hard. They don't know that I film like this, so if they come in, I might have to stop the filming. We might have to do jump edits, kind of like stuff like that. So I'm in a little different situation now. Okay. I hope we don't have to make an account. Okay, this is the Flare Cube BT. Let's just take a look at this manual. Even though I gotta be honest, wow. Okay, let me close up. You guys can pause it. I gotta be honest, I'm not really reading it. Okay. Let's see if there's anything special for installing it. Yeah, okay. So you got to make sure. This is always the most important part, guys. Whenever you're installing tracers, you got to know how much room you have for your inner barrel. So that's like an example of something why it's, for me, it's good to know. And that's funny thing. That's why I reached out to AceTech back then in the day. I actually reached out because a lot of speed guys were hitting me up. They're like, "Hey, AceTech, AceTech, AceTech." I was like, "Okay, all right, guys, let's You know, it's like I need to understand what's going on. Okay, let's see what's in this box. Okay, so this has some weight to it. Okay, it's definitely not the lightest one. Nano goes to the other one. Wow, this is different. Look at that. 4 of them this time. Oh. And is that a... Okay. I love the box look. Okay. So we got a charging port. You just need to stick it in. See, you guys see, look at this. This is nice. You guys see? This is what Terminate, I'll probably say Terminate should do. This is a nice, like, it's not needed, but it's really nice to see this, okay? It's a little, this is little rubber stoppers, and they don't, basically so they don't damage the threads or the metal is hitting. I mean, you could still damage it if you're just trying to crank it in there, but don't do that. All right, let's see how this turns on. I don't want to just push buttons. Oh, guys. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So see right here. This one on the. Oh, they did it the wrong way. That's funny. Look at the diagram. C's on the, M is on the left. All right, so that's the mode switch button and flame color switch button. All right, so how do we? Let's see if we can turn it on. There's a new version available. Please go to the setting page to upgrade. Okay, let's update it. How do we settings? Version. Okay, so you sit to go to settings. Where do we go? Maybe here. Okay, let's change this to, what do we still have some left. These are 2s. So let's change these to 2s. Okay. Kinetic energy, we'll leave joules. Settings. We can do chronograph only. Can we? Let's just, you know what, screw it. Let's just put it on. Let's see. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, let's just shoot it. I want to see how it looks first. Let's shoot it, and then we're gonna weigh it too. Okay. I don't know. Look, this looks mean. Yeah, this looks nice. Okay. Nice profile. You can see. Look. You guys can see. Look at that. No obstruction at all. For anyone that uses it, I gotta be honest. I don't use when I play airsoft, guys. I don't use sights at all. It's kind of, I call it instinct shooting. You can talk to anyone that's been playing with the WoW. I've been calling it that way for a long time. I don't even know if it's a thing, but that's what I've always called it. And I'd like I shoot one BB, and then I kind of just know where the rest of them follow. So I'll shoot in that general area. So I'm not accurate at all, for sure. Okay, it'd be nice if I put some BBs in here. We're not going to do a dark test right now, guys. We're going to just test it. I want to see how this works. We'll play around with it. I think what we'll do is we'll put these in its own video. Okay, so we'll put that right here and we'll just shoot over here. Okay, you guys won't be able to see it. I know that right now, but should we try to dark? Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Look at that, guys. Let's see, how can we... feet per second, RPS, joule. I just don't know how we update it. So, tracer with flame. I'm gonna shoot over here. Yeah, it's I have too many lights in here right now. Tracer. Sensor test mode. There's a lot on here. This seems pretty advanced. Drag light. Okay, you know what? We got some reading. I got some reading to do. I like this graph right here, though. This is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever really seen anything like this. And I have the ESHOOTER app. This is a lot more. This looks a lot more cleaner. I don't know how well it works, though. We're gonna have to keep on testing that. Oh, this is probably where they want an update. Okay. Update. There we go. Okay. So it was in the main settings that we had to go. Current version V27. They're currently on a V29. So make sure you guys do that for this date. Let's just take this off for now. Let's see what this weighs. It's got a hefty weight to it, but it's not like atrocious or anything, right? But the reality is, guys, it's like, what do you want? You want durability, or do you want weight reduction? I think running around with this is definitely acceptable. The Nano it's lighter than the Storm. I think it's lighter than the Storm. All right, 78.6. Right, 78.6. We got the Storm right here. No, okay, yeah, I was wrong. Storm is 72.6. Okay, it's off by 6, but look how. Okay, Storm is just a little bit taller. Yeah, now that I think about it. Okay, flare. We got flare, cube, BT, ESHOOTER. So this is how you change the modes. Okay, that's really cool. I'm sorry. What does this say? C is flame color switch button. Okay. Status light. Red is flame. Green is tracer with flame. Blue is tracer. Drag light is, I guess, white. And then if it's twice, it's turn off. Okay. Wow. I definitely want to go shoot outside to see how it is. It says right here it takes 2 hours to fully charge. Let's go look online, guys. Okay, we're still updating. I didn't push the update button. We're gonna look online and see how much this cost. This wasn't on ESHOOTER when I was checking. So the funny thing is, I was checking their little nano one. This is probably the lightest tracer that I have right now, or currently have. But remember, the problem is with this is durability. The reality is we would have to test this, but I would probably give an edge to this guy already. You guys can see right here. Okay, it's aluminum in here. It's definitely aluminum. Okay, this is plastic. This is incredibly light, but man, if you're rough on your stuff, you might have to buy extras. Okay, so it looks like we are up to date. Okay, let's pull it up on the website, which I already did. Okay, so here is the ESHOOTER Flare Cube BT. It's currently on sale right now. Look at that. $129.99, starts out at $99 USD. I wonder if they have a non-BT version for people who don't need the it's always the BT version, guys. For almost every tracer I've seen, they always cost more. I just wonder if I feel like they might have a version without it. Let's see. This is the one I was looking at. Carbon fiber. I was wondering if the inside of it is aluminum or not. Like, that's the part you probably need. Okay. So these are competitive, guys. These are okay. And then let's take a look at the Sentry target. This one is the Sentry 2 BT. Okay, so it's not that one. Alright, there we go. 89 for this one. Let's go flare tracer units. Yeah, look at all the, I gotta say, this is pretty snazzy. So white BVB's green, red. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah, I think that's the one thing I've always liked how they look aesthetically, but it doesn't block it either. That's the one thing that's really nice about them. Alright, we got some testing to do. Okay. Yeah, okay, so there's only a BT version. So this one has real-time display, VOTA upgrade, drag light, chronograph, okay. Yeah, I can see. The app, I got to say, guys, is a little crazy. Trying to test with different BBs will get different effects. We highly suggest green BBs, then you can get the most efficient beams. Okay, I'm gonna go get green BBs, okay? That's what I probably need to get. So here's the stats for how long. Life of 50K rounds. Standby for 7 days. Okay. 75 grams. Okay. That's it. What should we do? Should I turn off the lights? I got it. You know what? Let's turn off the lights. Okay, and then we're gonna have to do a second video on this guy, where I get more time with it. You know, the only thing I would probably say is that let's see, can we push it? Okay. Let me turn off the lights. You guys stay right here. I'm going to leave just this one, like, you know, kind of like the other video. Okay. So let's turn off this light. Alright, that's 1, 2. And we got one more light. There we go. Alright. Let's get a couple more BBs in here. We need to pick up green. Okay. Alright, I'm going to turn off the lights. And I'm going to rotate you guys to the right. Alright, let's skip the phone here. Just trying to play with the settings. Okay. Come on, come back here. Flare, BT, tracer, there we go. Settings. I'm going to turn off the... Okay, so let's do tracer with flame. This is really bright. Look, guys, I know the camera can't translate it, but this is pretty damn bright. It's like brighter than the daybreak. All right, tracer. Let me shoot over here. Okay, that's not bad. Drag light. I don't know what drag light is. Alright, I need to put more in. Okay. Let's see, drag light. Is this a stagger? Oh, it's the stagger. Oh, that's actually really, that is actually not bad. I can see that as an advantage. Oh my god, that's actually kind of like cheating. Guys, the drag light's actually pretty sick. So it'll be, okay, no, yes. No, yes. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know if you guys can see the camera. So you guys see, okay, it might be hard to see. You see the 3 green dots? That's basically every time the tracer will turn on. So it's basically skipping it. So you can try to like, wow, that's an advantage for competitive reasons. So like you'd have one shot that's a tracer just to give you an idea, and then the other one's going to be kind of blind. Because the problem is, guys, when you're shooting tracer at someone, it's easier for them to see it too. Okay, but the problem is I don't know if that mode would be, it's probably not going to be allowed that competitive wise. They probably want every BB to be lit. So that's, you would, for competing, you would probably want the tracer mode only. But you guys, I can't see it on the camera. It's hard. In person I can. Let's do rainbow. Let's try the dynamic rainbow. Okay, so let's see what happens. Wow, changes every time it shoots. Okay, that's cool. I need to go outside and shoot this. Okay, let me shoot a little bit more for you guys. This time we're going to shoot fast, okay? We empty that out. Turn on the light. I'm going to rotate you guys to the left. Okay, there you go. The drag light mode is probably the most interesting one I've seen. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. And that's for the flame. The flame is basically the 4 lights. Okay. Let's see that. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4. I will say a comment about this though. I don't think this is aesthetically pleasing. I wish this would have been covered. You guys see? I wish this would have been covered, this little nut right here. Other than that, that's fine. I think the sides are really good looking. see. All right, so man, how do you show? The problem is, how do you show the tracer? It doesn't. I wish I could translate. It's like you guys have to take my word for it, because I'm looking at the viewfinder and it doesn't really pop up. Like it's something you'd only be able to see in person, kind of something like that. Does anyone have an idea if there's a way to show it? I'll see if the GoPro picks it up any different, but it's like if I go in the backyard and I shoot it, I can see it with my eyes clearly, but if it doesn't translate to the camera, then what do you do? And I can tell you guys right now, this is pretty bright. It does a pretty good job. And that's the other thing too that people should understand. They're like the quality of your BBs also matter. And then if you charge them or if you don't charge them. And by charging them, some you can stick next to a light, right? Like a really powerful light, and then you bring it down. It might be hard to see on camera, but all that stuff matters. So, cause I've seen people in the past before, they'll say, hey, this company sucks. And I'll say, okay, well, with my limited knowledge, what BBs are you using? And they'll be saying some crap ones, or they don't even charge them. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe you should charge your BBs, or you should get a better quality version before you call the tracer crap. Okay, so remember, everything matters for it. Okay, so this is first impression. I need some more time with it. I feel like this is good though. Now that the tracer collection is growing, I feel like I'm starting to, I'll start it's gonna be the battle of the tracers now. Now I have to start nitpicking and figure out, okay, well, this one's 100, this one's 100. Okay, now which one would you choose if I had to choose both of them? Okay. What about a version that, I can say right now, I thought there would be a version of this that doesn't have a BT mode that would be cheaper, and it doesn't look like there is. I thought there would be. Maybe they will release it, but like not everyone wants a chronograph. Like I appreciate a chronograph because I do a lot of tech work, and the reality is that as much as I love the Daybreak, this is a lot smaller. This is easier to deal with. I could just slap this on someone's gun, and then they have a thread and there's something I can do it. I can just figure out, hey, what's going on with it really fast. Or, of course, you could just shoot through a traditional chronograph. But it's always nice. I like getting data on guns, honestly. And as a speed CQB player, if you were to do that, I can imagine having this data on field is actually really good. Like being able to pull up your phone, like after a round, and then go into your app, which ESHOOTER done a great job. Go into your app and then click on your stuff. I can see, to me, if I was competing, I would be like, okay, this is good data. Hey, how's my gun doing? Right now I don't think it has information, right? So let's just shoot so I can give you guys an idea of why I think the BT mode is actually, I would say it's probably worth it, just with my little experience here already. Alright, okay, so let's just say you're competing. We gotta get some BBs in here. Okay. Now, you have to remember, guys, when you guys are competing, you're listening for sounds and everything, but there's just so much going on. People yelling, movement, gear hitting stuff. You got a lot of noises going on, right? Let's make sure it's... Okay, so okay, we're empty, right? Imagine going back to the round after and you're like, maybe your numbers are going to be steadily going down, and then you have a dip, and maybe you weren't able to hear that your gun is having issues. So just by having some data, I feel like this would be nice to see that, hey, maybe there's something wrong with your gas, okay? Maybe your regulator, maybe you're an HPA. This is important data because once you have a understanding, and you guys should master your gun. Okay, that's, I know I have an arsenal of guns back here, but honestly speaking, guys, you should have, if you're a competitor, you should have like one pistol that's your baby, that you have your bread and butter. You guys all know my bread and butter for skirmishing is my Infinity. Okay, I know him like the back of my hand. If you know what your gun is shooting at and should be shooting at with your current setup, and then you're pulling this up, and it's like, hey, this isn't shooting what it is, you can start inspecting your gun during the break and cleaning it and redoing what you need to do. So that's why I think a BT system would probably actually help. And honestly, guys, at 78, this is not that bad. It's really not. Now, is it going to be as light as this? No. So I think if you're someone that is weight averse, yeah, you'd probably get the nanos for either company. All right, this is 23 grams. Okay, basically it's 23.8. It's 24 versus 78. It's a huge difference. I could feel it at the end of my gun. Okay, I could feel it. If I would try to balance it, good luck. Okay, then you have a lot of weight here and then you have a lot of weight there because there's 78 right here with the fixed barrel. Okay. Good first impression. This is strong. It's bright. Just as bright as the other guys. The only one I need to check eventually will be Ace Tech, but this is really sick right now. I like this. And so far, I honestly think they have the cleanest app right now. This is pretty nifty. Average, max, min. Okay, like, I don't know what that is. So 30. And then you could save the app storage. Okay, cancel. It's kinetic. The drag light was actually, that's really interesting. Sensor test mode. Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay, first of all, shout out to my friend. Thank you, guys. Remember, this was sent to me, but at the same time, guys, you guys know me. I'm always going to be honest. Remember, on the other spectrum, guys, I'm not that well versed in tracers. Okay, I would consider myself uneducated and learning. All right, I'm learning about this world, what seems to be good. And the great thing is I'm getting a wide variety. We have as low as, now I have $30 tracers all the way up to $100 tracers. Now I haven't reached that those guys that $200, and I gotta be honest, guys, I have no intention of paying $200 for a tracer. That's $200 I can buy into a high cap part or something, right? That I can't stomach, right? If they'll send it, sure, but I can tell you right now that company is going to have to go above and beyond for that price tag. So I don't know. If I were them, I probably wouldn't even send it to me, to be honest, because I feel like these are reasonable. A chronograph in your hand, if they make a non-BT version, I imagine that would probably be a little bit cheaper too. And they're like, okay, cool. Take that out. I like this. This feels good on here. Alright, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to spend some time putting some rounds to this because I've had quite some time with the Terminator, so now I need to do the same with this guy. I just gotta say, aesthetically, the front on here is just, oof. I would say this right here, and that's just me, man, guys. This is me just nitpicking. I think this is a little tad bit ugly. If they had this out of here, I'd be cool with it. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. This is a good start. I'm gonna charge it 100% though. Okay, I want to get it fully charged. Okay, let's just. Okay, all right, that's it. I will see you guys around.